What's up, Lego YouTube? It's Senor Bicacino. I got a very special video for you today. Before I get started, let me say thank you to all for subscribing to the channel, liking the posts, the videos, and commenting on them. I really appreciate all your support. Keep on supporting. I'm gonna keep on making content. And if you haven't already subscribed, please make sure you subscribe. Today I want to talk to you about a passion of mine within the Lego collecting, and that's Lego trucks. So Lego trucks, what I mean by Lego trucks is Lego 18-wheelers. So anything that's that's like a cab and a trailer. It usually falls in the sub-theme of Lego City. So I'm really passionate about Lego trucks. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to review a couple of recent trucks that I've built, and I kind of wanted to go down memory lane and see what are some of the things that I've built in the past and how they stack up. So let's get the first truck, the monster of a truck, quite literally. Here's the box art. We got set number 60294, the Stunt show truck. It's a green truck, really fancy. Came out with the stunt scene with all the bikes. You can see the back of the box. Got all these shots of the bike jumping over. So we got a nice presentation, got an old school looking muscle truck with the obstacle course here. Let's talk about the truck itself first. The truck itself got a cool little green look to it, green neon vibe. You got the smokestacks here with the fire pumping out of it. Got a standard knob here where you could hitch your trailer, and then you got a bunch of minifigures here. So the minifigures are actually all inside here. If you look inside the cabin, I have all 4 of my minifigs in there. So there's the Stunt rider. There is the truck driver. There is this little goofy looking guy who participates in the show. He's got a fish in his hand and everything. Hilarious. And then there's the stunt coordinator. Let me try to get them all in the shot. Stunt coordinators. These are the 4 figures. Inside of it, there's a pretty standard look. Nothing too exciting. But I really like this truck. I think it's cool. It's got a nice color tone to it. Obviously, this doesn't open, so it's fixed in place. It's got a good length to it. So I really appreciate that. I think the minifigs are cool. Let's move on to the trailer. So the trailer has this little stand that we could kick back so it could stand. Likewise, you have this little bike that you would ride over, and if you wheel back, the bike will move. Apparently my case would move backwards, but you get the point. You got 2 ramps, one in the front, one in the back. So ideally you have the target lift up, and I would probably shift it around to show the target. So you got the target right here, and the bike would have to go around and over the target and land the other side. And also inside the aquarium you got, I hope you can see the 2 little piranhas there. So it's got a cool little aquarium. And everything folds back in place. Likewise, you put this ramp back on this side, and this ramp back on this side. In trailer, we're gonna hitch it back together, and we're gonna ride it off into the sunset. Really cool set. This was released a few years ago, so it's not a new set. I just built it myself, so this is not something that just came out. Let's talk about one of my all-time favorites. This is the Formula 1 carrier, and this thing is absolutely gorgeous. Let's open it up. Opens up likewise. You see 2 Formula 1 cars in there, and then if I open up, we got to turn around. So let's turn this bad boy around. We've turned this bad boy around. Open her up, 2 Formula 1 cars, and then if you open this, there's a little driving simulator there that you could enter and play, and you can see the details of the simulator likewise. The back opens, so if I want to unload my cars, I would just pop these 2 things at the bottom all the way down. You could open the top up, and then you can see the ramp, and the ramp will pop likewise. and we could unload the car, so the car would come out. And then the Formula One car has a driver, which got stuck. Here's the driver, and then there's a second Formula One car, which I could show you from a different angle. But really cool features. Pop it back in, click it in place, close that out. That's in there, that's in there. We lift the bottom portion up and it's secure. Let's talk about the cabin. And the trailer gets his long legs to stand on. We've closed our trailer, beautiful trailer. Let's look at this cabin. This looks like a very European style cabin, and it opens likewise. So if you've ever been to Europe and you see these semis, that's exactly what it's supposed to look like. Look at this connection point. That's my favorite now. So it's like a new connection point. It's not the same standard Lego connection point. So I really appreciate that because it has a nicer mobility look to it. So I really like that. Minifigures, got the person recording the speed. You got the driver with the trophy, the truck driver, and you got the mechanic. Formula One F1 truck with RB20 and AMR24 F1 cars. Set number 60475. So you see it's typical city box. Like I mentioned, trucks are usually city sub-theme. And then you see what I just showed you how it opens up. So cool little box art. Really fun truck. The last truck I want to talk about, let's start with the box art. The box art is right here. It's a yellow Lego truck, Lego delivery truck. It's literally called Lego delivery truck, and it's set number 60440. It's got 1,061 pieces. Here's the front of the box, and the back of the box shows how it opens. There's some cool things here. So you got this little hot dog stand. The hot dog stand has a little fridge right here. You open, there's a can of soda pop, whatever you prefer. 2 little hot dogs. You got a cashier lady tending to it, so that's pretty cool. You got this busy lady on the phone, which looks like the Lego manager doing the delivery. And then you got the truck driver who just knocked over the lady. So those are the minifigs, and there's a pricing stand for the hot dog. 2 cents for the combo. Seems like a good deal to me in today's economy. Let's take a look at the tow truck. The tow truck has this rubber piece. Sorry, not the tow truck, the loader. This rubber piece holds it in place so it snaps back in. The driver there has an additional headpiece. If we open it up, you get to see the driver. So you got the hard hat and the hairpiece if you want to switch them up. The main event, Lego truck, opens up likewise, and the Lego portion. Inside here, I just unloaded some of the tools. So inside the first compartment, you can see there are a bunch of tools in there. I'm not gonna go through each tool, but you gotta kind of get the idea. And then the second one has a different set of tools. So that's nice. So we have those tools in here. I'm gonna put them back inside the truck. The tools are loaded back onto the truck. We're gonna close this compartment up and let's get a closer look at what else is in here. So if you take a closer look, you see there's a Lego set collection there, and there's all different types of Lego sets. And then we could open it from the other side to reveal the same Lego sets. And then there are different themes. And just to show an example, I'm gonna pop one of them out so you can see what the example like. So I actually got this upside down. So a bunch of helicopter sets and an off-roader set in one palette, and the other palette has prison island set and looks like a spaceship set. So that's kind of cool. So another great build. I like how these doors open similar to the F1 truck, and the actual, it's got the little legs here to stand up. So we're gonna stand it up. That's all stood up. And now we got this truck, this beauty looking American truck. So now this cabin does not open the same as the F1 truck. This cabin opens, the hood opens likewise, where you can see the engine piece. The driver's not here. I'll show you the driver separate. And then you have this little piece right here. And then you have obviously have the doors that open so you can get inside the truck. cool looking American muscle truck. It's got the new connection point too, just like the F1 truck. So it's really nice. So we can connect this and ride into the sunset. So I think it's a really cool set. Now let's see how these sets compare to some of the older Lego trucks. There's a transport truck, set number 60060, I believe. This is an older set. So you got the front piece and then the back piece, and then they carry two simple, what is this, 4-stud wide Lego cars that you would find in your Lego City. So let me show them like this, a black one and a blue one. And then the actual thing uses a ladder piece to hold the cars on. Likewise, you've seen these on the fire trucks before. I really like this one because you could load 4 vehicles on here. You could load some on the bottom too. And then it's got a standard looking front end for this truck. This is one of the simpler trucks from Lego's heydays, the old days. I think it's really cool. I found this one on eBay. So yeah, I really like this transport truck. But in the theme of transport trucks, got a more recent transport truck. If I can remember the set number, the 60305, it might be it's the license plate. So that's what I'm reading. I don't remember the actual set name. I don't have the box. This one, similar vibe to that one. You could carry trucks. So you have the back open like that. The vehicle is more modern. So you got a modern looking Lego City vehicle in there, driver driving it. And then the mechanism here is kind of cool because then you could just open it back like that. And I could load my car onto the top level. And then the car gets stuck like that, which is nice because it has the gray pieces holding the wheels together, so it locks the wheels. And then I could just pop it back up, close it up, and my truck's ready to go. The connection point, I use a ball joint for the connection point. So there's a ball joint there. And the cabin would not open the same as the Formula 1 truck. So it's just a standard cabin with the driver in there. It looks pretty European too, but pretty simple cabin. So yeah, another Lego transport truck. From the transport part, still transport, but not city transport. This is a transporter of the harvester. We got a little harvester here that's connected to that using these, let me show it closer, using these pieces. You got the blade of the harvester right here connected separately. Then you got the harvester itself, really cool vehicle. Got a range of motion for its harvest unit. So that's pretty cool. Connects back in, and then it uses a standard connection for the cab, and the cab is very similar to the other transporter cabs, so nothing to talk about. This does come with a cool scarecrow figure, and I'll leave that here. I really like how that looks with the pitchfork. So that's another cool transporter set slash Lego truck. These vehicles, so I got two of them. I'm gonna show both of them side by side actually. Two Lego police trucks. Different builds. Let me see if I can get them both in camera. Different builds, similar vibe. And then this one actually came with some extra builds. So there's a little 4x4, got a driver, walkie-talkie, and a light. And then also came with a little bank unit. Bank unit looks like that. And the bank units came with robbers, and that's who we're trying to catch. So we got two robbers and a dog, police dog. So those are cool. Let's talk about the actual truck composition. So obviously you see two different truck builds. They both have a similar theme to them, as you know, they have this opening for the jail, and then you have an inmate in there. We flip it around, and then this one has also a little prison cell in here. And then if you open up the actual main component of each, you will find that there's a command center. So this one has a command center that looks like this, and this one has a command center that looks a little different with a bike in there, but you get the idea. So these are police themed vehicles. They're pretty cool too. If you have a Lego City, they're kind of like mobile units. So if you don't have a police station, you could pop one of these trucks in. We got a similar truck This one's carrying Excavator. So the Excavator is going on the Excavate Expedition. It's got this rock piece. This is an older set too. I think 4203 is the set number, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, 4203. So this is just a simple truck. Nothing special about it. It's a low bed, so it could carry this excavator. And then it's got the bed, the flatbed here. It's unique. So this is a special transport set that carries a helicopter. So I like this one because it has this extra wheel here, and this wheelbase kind of moves on its own. So if I take off the helicopter and if I remove this here, you could see what I'm talking about. So this thing has its own range of motion. And then, you know, the rest of it is a typical truck. The front of the truck is different too. So it has the 6 wheels here. It has a little carriage here where you could load stuff. Has this little red unit and the driver inside. But it's sitting, the bumper's sitting low to the ground, which is nice. It's a cool look to it. And then, you know, it carries a helicopter, and, you know, it's a cool looking rescue helicopter. So gaming truck. This is another one of the newer sets. Really funky. This kind of took a different turn from the other Lego trucks. Yeah, I thought it was cool. So we got this little gaming pad thing looking here. You can see the 2 gamers and the game they're playing. So that's kind of cool. You can see what they're playing, and then you could pop these out too and then play with them. So this is also a really cool one in my opinion. And yeah, very unique styling. Like, there's not another one that looks like this. And then if you pop open, another thing too that's cool on this truck is that you can pop open the back too, and then you can see this gaming unit here that closes likewise. So very unique truck. One of the more interesting builds too is this donut carrier. So this came with the Lego City set that has a donut shop that you build, and this thing is absolutely crushing this donut, and it's supposed to put on top of the building. So the truck itself is very simple. There's nothing special about it, but the mechanism here is cool. You could you know, pick up the donut using this knob in the back that I'm moving right now, and if I turn the knob, it'll move the donut up and down. And the donut build is pretty heavy on its own, so it's a pretty cool mechanism that holds it together. You can see it's like a clear mechanism. Let me just twist it the other way. Clear mechanism there with the knob that moves the donut and shows you the arrows to move it. So it's a cool build too. Last but not least, we have this cool Octan old school truck. It's got a lot of cool features. So if I pop this open, if I show this truck in this light and I pop it open, you see another Formula 1 car similar to the Formula 1 truck. And then if I open this, we have some tools and a spare tire in there and the Octan car. This is a very old truck. Point is just a simple plate. Really cool car. And then it's got cool old school minifigures, which I think is now a massive minifigure now, the Octan minifigure. But these are the traditional minifigures. So that is my Lego truck collection. And one final look at all the trucks from today. Comment which one you like the best, which one you like the least. Let's talk about it in the comments. Of course, I got the F1 truck and the Lego truck side by side. Oh, I got my shell back there. Forgot to remove it. Let's give the F1 truck a special walkthrough. If you like any of these, if you like any of the reviews, if you want me to do more reviews of these, if you want me to pick up more trucks, let me know. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel so I could continue to make more videos and entertain you with more Lego content. What a beautiful truck. That's all for today. I'll see you next time. Adios.